You know that bunch rot is coming. It's just a matter of the right conditions. We can offer you a forward-looking, biorational solution called Mevalone. It utilizes a novel, soft chemistry and truly unique mode of action.
Hello, I'm Matthew Malcolm with American Vineyard Magazine, reporting to you from Fresno, California. I'm here with Juan Sutil Jr. From Sutil Enterprises, the company that just purchased and took over National Raisin Company, one of our largest raisin packers in the United States. And so I wanted to talk with you today. You just had a meeting. You gathered a bunch of members of National, growers together. For most of you, it was meeting each other for the first time.
Exactly.
And so I wanted to talk about, and I think a lot of growers are thinking about what this means. You know, what National is a company that has been here for so long, and growers have been delivering their crop there for so many years, and things are changing, you know, and it sounds like for the better. But tell us about yourself, tell us about your family, because this is a family company.
It is. Yeah, well, first of all, thank you so much. I'm part of Sutil Enterprises, which is a family-owned business that we're based in Chile, South America. We are basically growers that over time start processing and packing and exporting from Chile. And we have a livelihood in the ag space. We work down there with more than 17,000 farmers. We grow raisins, prunes, walnuts, almonds, berries, cherries. And then we pack and we export to different markets with more than 1,000 different growers that work with us. And on top of that, we serve 15 other different farmers with their inputs like fertilizers, crop protection, seeds, and financing. So why are we here in Fresno? We have been in a relationship with this industry for more than 10 years. We have been supplying raisins to National Raisins and other packers, and we started to getting used to what's happening here. And we saw a great opportunity to do things in a different way and in a better way. So we all know National Raisin is a great company, it's a great name, but it was struggling in the last couple of years. The thing is that we were welcome to acquire this company and rebuild a project based on a really important foundation. The same foundation we got our business in Chile, in growers. So we see growers as our main source of strength. We see our grower base as the key ingredient for success. So my dad started 45 years ago from scratch, from nothing, buying some corn to the growers, selling to the cattle rangers, getting the checks, getting them paid. And he earned trust. He built trust, thinking always, how do I make the best return to the grower? How do I gain trust of the grower and make him prosperous? And that's the reason why our business are so successful.
Now, as you mentioned, National is going to be keeping its brand, its name, and it's now a Sutil, a company, which is great. You guys have a longevity. You've been in the agricultural industry for many years, and making this step here and investment in Fresno, you know, in the raisin capital of the nation, is a big deal. And so I wanted to ask you as well, you mentioned today about payments, and historically there have been some difficulties in the raisin industry, and even with National, in making sure that people get paid in a reasonable timing and getting paid in full. Can you tell us what Sutil, what under Sutil's ownership, what growers can expect to see?
Yeah. First of all, I gotta confess, I gotta be honest. It was surprising for us to understand that payments to the growers were so delayed over time, that you got your crop and you gotta wait for so long to get your fruit paid. And that's not the way that we built our business model back in Chile. So I was telling 200 growers just a couple of minutes ago, 100% of National Raisin growers for this crop, I mean, the raisins that we start receiving on October 1st are gonna be fully paid by February. And this is not just because we wanna come here and send a message. No, it's a business model that we have structured in order to do that. So when you get to be a national grower, you're gonna be working hard the whole year, taking a bunch of risks. But when you deliver your fruit, then you're gonna get fully paid, straightforward, in the reasonable time frame. In this year, February. Do I promise that it will be shorter or longer? I don't know. But what I can promise you is that this is a reasonable time frame for payments to be fully executed.
Definitely a solid start. So we're grateful for what you have to bring to the table here. Another question, I think it's a concern on a lot of growers' minds over the years, is foreign imports. I mean, your company is from Chile, and you have raisins. You've been in the raisin business down there for many years, and so I think a concern and a question that some growers might have is with your coming here and bringing and taking over the National Raisin business, are we going to see a huge increase in foreign raisins coming in that may compete with our California raisins?
Yeah. I first of all, I totally understand that concern, and the way that I see it is, first of all, it's the grower must have the best return we can give them, be prosperous, and be profitable. That's our goal. And I'm going to be here the next 25 years. I mean, you said this is a great investment. I see ourselves as long-term owners. We don't define ourselves as investors like, hey, coming here, going out. No way. I'm going to be here. I gave my phone number to every single grower this morning because we want them to be prosperous. However, we had to see the big numbers. So there's a demand over there. Families are consuming, thank God, a lot of raisins every single year, and that should keep growing 2%, 1%, 3% a year. And we should all hope that it grows even faster. But this industry has shrunk over time. So simple math, you need some imports. That's a threat to local growers? I don't think so. If you got raisins and you want to be part of this project, bring your raisins to National. You're going to be prosperous. You have an excellent service. But we may be short anyway, and we would need some imports. When you got a demand and you're short of supply, you got to have imports. But I'm going back again to the critical point here. California growers must be profitable. California growers have to be prosperous and sustainable over time. And the only way of doing that is collaboration between the industry and the grower. And I don't speak for the industry. I'm a newcomer here, so I'll speak for National. It's all about collaborations between the growers and National. So I think that regarding imports, that's not a relevant question. It's all about how we make growers successful.
So I guess as long as the growers are getting paid and making a profit and getting paid on time, which is something you've guaranteed, that's really what's most important at the end of the day, huh?
Yeah, and actually, let me give you one idea that I share with this grower community. So one of our values stated, you can go and check in the website. It's we respect our contracts because are signed by us, and sometimes it's more important the handshake and the trust between this transaction than the actual paper and all legals behind it. Mm-hmm. And all national contracts will be signed by a Sutil. So you have our people signing the contract and a second signature, Juan Sutil. And we pay everything, in the good times and in the bad times. So my dad said there, in the good times and in the bad times, we honor our commitments. My business model is based on trust. So I hope I'm very clear in this answer.
Well, wonderful. We're really excited to see what the Sutil family and enterprises has to bring to our Central Valley raisin industry and the National Raisin Company. I guess you could say new and improved, and
Yeah.
we're really excited to see what the future holds in store. So thank you so much for taking the time, taking a chance on California raisins, and we look forward to more information coming out in the future. Read more about these things in American Vineyard Magazine. I'm Matthew Malcolm, CaliforniaAgNet.com.